Achtung, Achtung, hier ist Alex Wright, and you are listening to Chat Grapple and Cheat Pops with JB and Chris Dredd. Enjoy it, or I come over and kick your ass.
Hey, what is up, wrestling friends and family? It is me, JB, and the man sitting next to me, as per usual, the greatest Chris in all of wrestling podcasts, Mr. Chris Dredd. How are you, man?
I'm good, man, and I ain't asking for jobs on any other wrestling-based products either, so I can't get hard years down the line. Oh, shit.
It's too early, bro. Actually, fuck it. It's never too soon. Welcome back to Chat Grapple and Cheat Pops, man. Like, we are so thrilled you have joined us today. We have delved into the archives for something fun and special. We're hopping back in the DeLorean.
We are. We're hopping back in the DeLorean, but I'm guessing it's because of a lot of the chitter-chatter recently about a certain half of one of the most memorable tag teams to ever step in the ring, and unfortunately what has gone on recently with Jeff Hardy, right?
That is exactly right. We are stepping back in time for this week only. We are just going to we are reviewing one match, and I think for the next couple of weeks we're going to review one match as well, because it is Money in the Bank month. It is a mere
so close, bro.
3 weeks away, 4 weeks,
Oh,
or 3 weeks. It's got to be 3 weeks.
Come on.
We are so close right now. We are heading to the O2 in 3 weeks' time. It's going to be a banger. But before that, I mean, in the next couple of weeks, we would like to review a couple of Money in the Bank matches.
Yeah.
And have some fun watching those. But today we are reviewing one match and one match only. It is from WWE Raw.
It was only just WWE, because you had the cameramen on the t-shirt saying, "Get the F out."
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So we have got the F out. We are in Manchester, New Hampshire, not the Manchester up north from us. And it is the Undertaker defending his undisputed heavyweight championship against Jeff Hardy. Indeed, Jeff Hardy. Wow, this is night and day. It's sad in a way to see how far someone can fall.
You know,
not just in this match.
No, correct, man. It's fucking, but that's wrestling a lot of the time. Unfortunately, the nature of the beast. You know what I'm saying?
Champion comes out first. Very strange for me. I'm not used to that. Undertaker is the American badass, big evil. He's
big evil, Red Devil.
Yeah, on the motorcycle. I mean, he's heavyweight champion. I think who did you beat? Hogan for this?
Oh, that fucking jabroni, no good piece of shit, Hulk Hogan. Yeah,
had to be said.
Sorry.
We will get to Sheiky Baby.
That.
Yeah,
we'll get
soon.
to Sheiky Baby.
Let's continue with this match. Undertaker gets a pop. I'm not even sure if he's a babyface.
I
don't think he is, because he laid waste to Jeff Hardy the week before.
Yes, and Hardy asked for this match.
He did. He asked for the match his way, his style, ladder match, which, Undertaker's never been in a ladder match before. And it's one of those where it feels like Taker has got something to prove.
Yeah, like he was like, no, fuck it. Well, let's do it. Yeah.
I'd like to add here, we have prime Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross on this commentary team. Like, these two are incredible for this match.
Bro, another quite sad thing for me watching this was hearing JR. Just hearing JR, just bang, 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 on point, bang, bang, bang. And then hearing him now and just thinking, just retire, bro. Not because we don't love you, but just, I know you love the business, but have a day off.
I kind of like hearing JR for one or two matches. I like it's a nostalgic feel, man. It's a home. It feels good. It feels right.
You're right. But
and this is the version of Jerry Lawler that isn't, carry on.
It isn't the too creepy uncle kind of stuff. It is. No. I mean, it's ruthless aggression, right?
It is.
I saw a sign that said, Plymouth has ruthless aggression in the front row.
Ruthless aggression, man. What an era. I'm not going to say it was underrated because people rate it just fine. It brings it. Ruthless aggression brought out some of the best wrestlers out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Cena was part of it, Orton was part of it, Batista was part
Angle
of it.
was there.
Kurt Angle was still there.
Yeah.
Hell, The Rock was still there.
Mm.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this. You know, I made the joke about Carry On with Jerry Lawler. For those that are not of the British persuasion, it's the Carry On films, and sweet God, they are bawdy is a word.
They're fucking amazing. Oh, you know what I mean? You gotta love a Carry On. Come on, love a Carry On.
Jeff Hardy gets that high pitched screaming pop that is oh so funny.
Yeah.
The ladies love Jeff Hardy. I'm sure some of the men do too. He starts dicking around with Taker's bike, and I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, no, it's great because he comes out and he's proper giving it the head banging and all that. He's got the luminous, the UV. Man's cracking open in 1901.
I did get you so like a couple, but you didn't come see me. I didn't know what was going on.
Oh no, mate, I've been fucking mad busy. So you've necked him, yeah.
I bought another bottle today, a glass one.
So JB's on the 1901, and I'm on the old Harry Potter butterbeer. But yeah, I mean, you know, this is prime.
Step back a minute. Where'd you get butterbeer from?
Butterbeer from a Harry Potter shop.
Sorry, I didn't remember there being a local Harry Potter shop to this.
No,
town.
there ain't. I was in Yorkshire.
That's right. The holiday trip.
I was in Yorkshire.
And there's a Harry Potter shop in Yorkshire then.
There's about 4 of them in one street.
Jesus.
So it's like the street that they modelled Diagon Alley on, if you're a Harry Potter fan. So yeah, there's lots of like little Harry Potter-y shops there, and got myself a bit of butterbeer, don't I? mean, it's like butterscotch kind of fizzy pop. It's fucking lovely.
Oh, sounds good.
It's good. Yeah. So yeah, Harry Potter from Harry Potter to
Jeff Hardy.
To Hardy.
Yeah.
You know, this is kind of when he's emerging as a singles guy.
Well, yeah, him and Matt get split in a draft, I believe, and Matt turns into version 1 and all of that business. And
yeah,
at this point, I remember reading it a few times, like way back. Like this was the time where people thought Jeff was sort of breaking down a little, and Jeff was burning out.
Yeah,
and essentially he does, just not yet.
I mean, think of the amount of punishment his body's already been through, and he's a young guy. You know, I've got all the DVDs, like the Backyard to the Big Time and all that, and you know how these guys lived, ate, and breathed wrestling. You know what I mean? They wanted it so bad, and you know, to the point.
It's a brand of wrestling. It's a brand of wrestling that does not help you prolong a career.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course. Well, tell that to the fucking AEW guys right now, dude, that are doing, and some of the luchas, bruv, that are doing some mad shit that does not prolong your career at all. But we'll talk about AEW, I'm sure.
Cool. We will. You know, we will. This match is excellent. Like, there's nothing I didn't enjoy about this. You know, Hardy uses the bike distraction to start flying at Taker, which is his only offense, really. Like his only way to get to Taker is to go fast and fly at him. You know, we get a bit of plunder early. I think we get a chair nice and early. I love a bit of plunder.
Yeah, gotta have a bit of plunder, baby.
And then Taker slows it down, but he slows it down to a point where not to a point where it's boring, but to a point where Hardy's quicker, you know, fast-paced comebacks mean so much more. And it's like, fuck, man, this guy was good.
There's a lesson there.
There's an art to it, man. Yeah, slow down.
Art form. Slow it down, and then when they do things quicker and these split-second comebacks, did you see the fucking it is the babyface comeback? Yeah, like, you know, Taker was beating the shit out of him, you know, chair shots to the back, fucking, you know, few choke slams or whatever, you know, and then that comeback, that quick bang, 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 and then it was finished very quickly with Taker just going, hold on a minute, bam, one dig, he's on the floor.
Yeah, and was that the one where he was like, Hardy starts throwing punches.
Yeah.
And Taker is backed up
Yeah,
And Hardy just keeps wailing away, crowd going nuts. Like, I'm
yeah.
like, and then taking one shot and he's back in control.
But then he sells the face as well, and he's like, "Oh, you
Yeah.
little shit," kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like, "Oh,
Son of a bitch.
little fucker," yeah. No, great stuff.
It's proper wrestling.
Yeah,
Like, it's not fast paced, bang, 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 bang. Like, everyone, even the crowd gets a chance to just come down a
digest.
little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
take it in. Fuck, man. Like, what the fuck are we watching nowadays?
Exactly. We ain't watching this. That's what I'm saying.
Again, I mentioned the commentary team again here because they're showing, like, JR in particular is concerned, and he's bringing it out in his voice. He's concerned for Jeff Hardy. He doesn't want to see Jeff Hardy get hurt or whatever, and it's just a good performance from them too as well. Like,
Yeah, because when Hardy's getting slammed by Taker on the announce table, getting thrown down, slammed down, and JR's just like, "God, quit it, leave him alone, God damn it." You know what I mean? It's great. I mean, this is on YouTube. You don't need the network to watch this. So we suggest that you do. We suggest that you watch this on YouTube. If you've got a phone and a computer, you can watch this as we're talking about it if you really must.
What I would like to add to any younger viewers or people that just haven't seen it or didn't watch anything around that time, it's when we talk about JR in this position, think about how good you think Excalibur is. Think about how good you think Michael Cole is. Great commentators in their own right, but this version of Jim Ross is special.
Sharp. He's sharp.
Yeah.
He's on the ball. He's and him and King, him and Jerry Lawler are fantastic together. Yeah, really good.
I really liked the Jerry Lawler line, which again works in every fucking wrestling promotion. Get excited about all the corkscrews you want. Can't win the match that way.
Mm-hmm.
It is a dig now.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a dig back then, but right now it's a dig.
Yeah.
Again, all the corkscrews, all the balancing acts, all the tightrope walking you want to do. How are you winning? You're just getting some dickheads in the crowd going, "This is awesome." Try and win the fucking match.
That's right.
That's the whole point.
That's the point. That's the thing. They talk about storytelling, but they've forgot about storytelling. They're just, we're watching amazing matches. We're watching. Did you see that? Oh man, we'll talk about fucking AEW.
We'll get there.
Come on, man, don't, because you're getting me fucking started.
We'll get there. Jeff Hardy goes low, which is a heel move, to be fair, but
as a babyface against someone like Undertaker, it is accepted that is an acceptable comeback, and they popped for it.
Yeah. What do bigger ladders equal?
Bigger ladders?
Yeah. Bigger fun.
Bigger fun, dude. Nice.
Because Jeff pulls out a much bigger ladder than what is, normal. I keep going back to the commentary. I don't know why in my notes here. Like, Jeff gets the bigger ladder, and this ladder is almost touching the title.
Yeah.
This ladder, like, it's that big. Like, and Jerry Lawler calling Undertaker, just keeps shouting, "Taker, Undertaker, Undertaker." Like, it brings more to the match, like, for people at home.
Yeah.
Because the fans in the arena are, for some reason, starting to believe. Taker and Jeff Hardy, more so Taker, has done enough to make this show and this crowd believe that Jeff Hardy could be walking out of there with that undisputed title.
Yeah.
Yeah, the commentary team, especially like King, shouting for Undertaker, "Get up, Undertaker, get up." Like, he's worried that Jeff Hardy's going to win the championship.
Yeah.
Like, that's the point he's making. Like, and it's so good.
But they don't do that nowadays. The commentary now, a lot of the time, is just they're popping each other. Do you know what I mean? Like, in AEW especially, not in WWE. In WWE, you've still got that, the heel and the face kind of thing going on. You've still got the one guy rooting for the babyface, one guy rooting for the heel, being a bit obnoxious. It's still got that kind of energy, that kind of relationship. But in AEW, it's just they're just popping each other with stupidity and just kind of, it's a bit mad.
Yeah.
It doesn't add to the matches, I don't feel.
A lot of it doesn't. You're right. We'll get to them. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
We'll get to them. Undertaker goes for his last ride. He goes for it a couple of times. First time, Jeff counters with a Hurricane Rana where Taker flies out of the ring,
Yes.
which again pops the crowd, and Jerry Lawler is losing his shit.
Jeff goes up the ladder and then Taker comes back in with a chair, doesn't he?
Yeah, man,
Fucking levers him.
Yeah, there's no light shown on that.
Nah. Taker's laying them in, boy. Proper.
Gets him up or tries to get him up for another last ride. Jeff brings a chair up with him, and then he levers him with the big chair shot.
Yeah.
Which I think in one of the YouTube videos they cut.
They kind of they judded it so you can't see the actual impact, but
yeah,
you know what's happened.
Yeah, he gets him with a big chair shot, and then that's the moment. That is your, oh God, this guy, Jeff fucking Hardy could win this.
Yeah.
And he gets up that ladder. He, snail's pace, obviously, best way to do it. It's the only way to do it in a ladder match.
That's right.
I think they're contractually obliged to climb slowly.
That's right.
Do not run up that ladder.
Yeah, that's right.
He's touching the gold. He is so close, and Undertaker choke slams him off it.
He's touching the gold.
Yeah. He is. Like that's as close as he gets until when did he win the title? I think 2008.
Got to be a good 4 or 5 years after that.
Yeah, and I think he does a turn in TNA in the middle.
I mean, TNA Jeff Hardy still was good at some point.
First one, I don't think that first run that Jeff had in TNA probably didn't work because he was doing stuff.
Yeah.
Taker chokeslam, grabs the belt, wins it. Taker does get on his bike and ride away, but he's not happy that Jeff Hardy gets up, so he hits him with a last ride.
Yeah.
And then goes again, and some idiot gives Jeff Hardy a live microphone, so Jeff Hardy can squeal into the microphone that you haven't broken me.
Yeah.
It did sound a bit funny.
You haven't broken me, Taker. He's going, Taker. It's fucking great. Yeah. But then you've got JR again selling it, going, who gave him a mic? Take the mic off him, goddammit. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's selling it. He's like, don't provoke him. Leave him be.
And then Taker comes back again, and he shows that I can't knock him out. I can't finish him. Like, he keeps getting up. So
he says, you're a tough son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He says to him, he's like, you're one tough son of a bitch.
And that's a rub.
Yeah.
So like not in a funny way. That's a rub from Taker.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. That's basically a little nod of respect, giving you the props in the ring.
What a great, I really enjoyed that match.
Great to watch it. I've not seen it for,
decades, man.
Decades. It's 2002, wasn't it?
Yeah. And what can you say? It was a really good match, and it was well worth watching. So that sort of kicked my brain into gear that next week we should review a Money in the Bank ladder match, because we are so close.
There's
maybe even number one. I'm not sure yet.
Where was the one that was on? There was one on a WrestleMania that was really good.
There's been a few. I mean, the first one was at WrestleMania. So.
Yeah. I think that.
That's some Shelton Benjamin years, and
that's what I'm talking. They're the ones, bruv. And it had Jericho.
Yeah,
CM Punk was involved in some of those.
CM Punk won 2, I think.
So you had Jericho, you had Punk, you had Shelton Benjamins, you had it was fucking, some of them early ones, man, were good, bro. Before Money in the Bank was like an event, it was just a match.
Before it becomes the event that it's gonna be.
Yes.
In just a few short weeks.
And these 3 jabronis, including Cactus
3
Matt,
J-Bros, yeah.
You know what I mean? They're gonna be there. Just merched up.
Come and scan our QR code.
Oh, mate.
You will not be disappointed.
One more time.
We are heading back to reality now. We are back in regular times.
Yeah.
The weather is warm. Hay fever is kicking in. What would you like to talk about?
Mate, you saw my tweet this morning, yeah? Today's Thursday, right?
I will put it along the bottom. As for those that are watching on YouTube, of course, the news ticker is something that I have been enjoying mucking about with. So it's gonna stay. So I'll make sure I quote Chris's tweet there.
It's I woke up this morning and, as you do, bit of fucking social media, scroll through, and I see the first match for Collision. Actually, the first thing I saw was our boy Tony Khan announcing the first match.
His gimmick.
That is got to it's got to be a piss take.
Guy.
It has to be now, bro. From I swear I tagged you in a thing where he was saying that he didn't want to take up on-screen time. He didn't want to be an on-screen persona. And then lo and behold, you know, he's on every fucking week now. So I saw the footage of him announcing it. I thought, nah, come on. Went on Facebook, saw the picture. I just thought, okay, what the fuck is going on here? Is this real? Is it something? Because you don't know nowadays, brother. You know, you don't know if someone's just like made that. You know what I mean? You don't know if someone's just because they make them things all the time online, like the dream matches.
People can make them look good as well.
And you know, no, actually, so it must have been that I saw first, and then I saw Tony's announcement. And I thought, fuck, it is real. Don't get me wrong. We all know, okay, the history between CM Punk and Samoa Joe. We know this, okay?
Incredible, yeah.
You know, I mean, you were there, watch one in person in the Coventry Skydome.
Yeah.
You know, I've got the DVD, fucking, you know, it's an international showdown. So, you know, we've watched CM Punk and Samoa, and that is what the marks are going to cling to. They're going to go, even though what we said in the tweet, there's no build up, there's no promos, there's no nothing. You know what they're going to do? I'm telling you this now, mark my words. Tony Khan is going to literally treat everyone like a fucking idiot, and they're going to completely ignore anything that happened previously. They're just going to not acknowledge it. They're going to not acknowledge the Elite Punk thing. They're going to completely... They've not even mentioned when the titles were vacated. They didn't even mention really why or what had happened then. They just said, these titles are vacated now, and this is what's happening. They're going to, mark my words, Tony Khan is going to now completely just ignore anything. They're not even going to mention it, which to me is a complete waste of an opportunity. It is. We've said about this week in, week out, bro, haven't we?
Yeah,
this opportunity is golden. This is money. It's
money, but at the same time, it could be now at just point of, please, for the love of God, we need to draw a line under this. Like, and whether it came from any one particular party or not is irrelevant. But if one party does not want to take part or puts a kibosh on it, then and doesn't have their heart in it, they're not going to go out and give their best, and not going to put out the vision, or whatever vision Tony Khan might have thought of it, or anyone, or even what we've said. If one person decides they don't want to do it or don't want to do it well, it could all look like shit. You need 100% committal in a story like that. You really do.
But I mean, it's Tony Khan's job,
of course it is,
as an owner, to sit them all down and convince them, and to say to them, this is what we're doing, and you need to do it well, because this is money. This means more money in all of our pockets. This means more eyes on the product. People are speculating anyway. People online have been speculating since the fucking fallout, since the
brawl out,
the brawl out, fallout. You know what I mean? So people are speculating, and people will speculate, and all this is going to do is just keep the speculations going. It's not going to translate into more eyes on the product. It's just going to translate into more online bitching, just like what I'm doing right now and what we're doing right now, bitching about Tony Khan, saying, why are you such a fucking ball bag? Why are you not taking control of your company and saying, boys, this is fucking money, mate? Like, he's managed to convince them to come back, but he's had to create another show and split the roster. To me, it's ridiculous. To me, it is fucking ridiculous, mate. When you've got someone like CM Punk coming back, he didn't even need to wrestle. He didn't even need to wrestle in this first thing. To me, he didn't need to get in the ring. All he needed to do was come back and have a mic and say, well, look who's back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what did I tell you? Yeah.
What Do you get what I'm saying, bro? All he's got to do, that's all they had to do. He didn't even need to get in the ring. How are you going to have your number one draw? And let's be honest, he's the number one draw, diluted down in a trios match.
Let me just shift away, not even away from it, because we're sticking to the same point, but it's clever. And I'll tell you why. CM Punk working a match on Collision on a show that's going to likely do, for a first show, going to do great numbers. CM Punk can hold on to that and go, well, I main evented that show, did great numbers because of me. Very much, and I hate to say it's a Hogan move. It's a pro move. Hogan would do these things in WCW. He would disappear when the playoffs were on, and the NBA playoffs or whatever. He'd come back the week after the playoffs had finished and say, well, that rating's because of me, pal. It's clever, but you know, some of us see through it.
Because we've seen it all before. It's that Sunshine Anderson tune. Heard it all before. You know, we know this shit, brother. I'm giving you a bit of karaoke every week.
Yeah, man.
So we've heard it all before. We've you know, the tactics of but again, like you say though, it is smart. It's tactics of someone who's been in the business.
I applaud
knows how to play the game.
I applaud that move because it's a pro move. It's an old hand sort of move. Like it's and he's playing chess. He's not playing what the rest of them are playing. Not doing what the rest of them are doing, being out on TV every week and getting low numbers on Dynamite. He's coming back to Collision where he's going to get a great number. And he's going to say, that was me. And he's going to be worth more money in the end, in the long run for it.
Yeah, I mean, if he's on Collision, you know, every week going forward, and imagine they do better numbers on that show every week than they do on Dynamite.
Of the first week, Will.
Yeah, I mean, imagine.
I'm sticking my neck out on that. I think the first week of Collision will do better than Dynamite.
Do you reckon it'll do a mil?
Yes.
I think so too.
I would be surprised if it didn't, and I'd be very surprised if it didn't, like if it was worse than Dynamite. So like your 600,000 range.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's
people will want to see this one.
Yeah, I mean, we'll watch it. Obviously, we're going to watch it.
Yeah, we've never said we wouldn't. We watch wrestling. That's it.
Let's hope, okay, that in some fucked up, long way round the beat around the bush way, that this will lead to possibly at Wembley, the Elite and CM Punk clashing in some way, because I still do believe that. If that doesn't happen, even at some point, all right, fine. If people are going to argue, right, they didn't want to blow their wad and do it straight away, or even start talking about it or whatever. Even if in some long roundabout way that they're saying, right, no, this is the build up, and they're going to build up to it, fine, at some point. But they have to do it at some point. I still think, because it's a wasted opportunity. It writes itself, and people are going to until they play it out on screen. People are still going to speculate about this kind of shit of what's gone on and why things are happening. But it won't translate to money.
Speaking of things that aren't translating to money, AEW struggling to sell tickets in Canada.
Apparently so.
Yeah. That can't be good. That should be... I understand that they use Chicago and places like that. It was a money pit for them. It was very much a money pit. Keep going there, Do you think they missed the trick by not going to Canada sooner?
I think it's probably the Canadians are so pissed off about how they're using Owen Hart in the fucking video game that hopefully they're just boycotting the shit and just saying, no, fuck this, bro. How are you going to have some fucked up N64 looking Owen Hart answering a phone call to Tony Khan in the game?
I don't agree with that.
No, I don't agree with it, bruv. I don't know what the fuck is going on. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
How is this happening?
Moving, they're not shifting because I think Forbidden Door is going to be in Canada. Is that right?
It's in Canada, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they've announced Brian and Okada yet, but I think that's
it's all over the internet.
Yeah,
it's all over the internet.
I don't know, man. Like Brian and Okada, I'm looking forward to a match like that because I think Danielson and Okada could smash, but I'm not sure this Forbidden door stuff even works.
Yeah, but you're forgetting, mate. You're not the demographic that it's for.
Oh, I'm not. Absolutely. That's
the thing.
Yeah.
For a very small section of the wrestling community, these people are fucking biffing off to it, bro. They're fucking spat. That's the thing. They see Osprey and Kenny Omega, and they're fucking. How many times are they going to have a match though?
Yeah, they're gonna have another match, and it will likely get the amount of stars that it will get. I put on the ticker for those that watch. I mentioned last week that the not Stadium Stampede. What's the other? Anarchy in the arena match got 5 of your Meltzer stars, and that is fucking laughable.
I don't think Kurt Angle ever got 5 stars from Meltzer.
I don't believe he did. No, that matches like that are apparently better than your Hogan Rocks and Angle Michaels stuff. Oh man, like you can't take it seriously.
No,
I don't know.
You can't. But like I say,
I'm amazed. I'm amazed that people do, and I'm amazed that people quote these star ratings, in an attempt to argue or disagree or whatever. Like, make your own minds up. Don't let some idiot tell you what you want. Tell you how to feel about a match. If you like it, enjoy it. Don't give his ratings any fucking credence.
Don't give his ratings.
No, it is bullshit, and I called him an idiot.
He's an idiot, bro. It's bullshit, Janine. It's what? He thinks he's store manager for the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's.
Sorry,
my rant on the rating system.
No, I get it, bro. Because it is nonsense. But yeah, we've got that coming up. Forbidden Door. We've got this Collision coming up. We have got Money in the Bank coming up that we're going to be at. Oh, there's also a John Moxley seminar for $60 in Dayton, Ohio, and our boy at lockbetting.com, Billy Barty, just said, "No, I know how to cut myself already." Shout out Billy Barty.
Yeah,
all day long.
What the hell, man? Like $60 for a seminar? Is that the going rate for a top star?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a genuine question from us. Like, is that the going rate for a top star now?
I personally would say it is, but I mean, and John Moxley is, not the. I mean, look at look at the rest of the Shield right now. I mean, just look at it, and then look at what Mox is doing.
Moxley needs protection from himself at times. I feel like I'm pretty sure a lot of the ideas and the character developments are his own ideas, and someone needs to,
rein him in.
Not expect the unexpected, but
yeah,
bring it in, and he needs someone. And this might get a lot of shit, but someone like Triple H, like Michael Hayes, someone like that to say, Paul Heyman to say,
Regal.
Actually, we don't need that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll look at that another time. It's a good idea, but look at it for another time. Let's go slowly. Let's not. And it feels like he needs protecting from his own brain.
Yeah, but again, whatever they do is fucking goes over with the small demographic of people that go mad over anything they do.
It's not GCW types.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it doesn't.
Speaking of protection, isn't it time you protect yourself from the wrong-uns and the ne'er-do-wells and the underbelly of society trying to steal your data, trying to steal your shit, your identity, anything like that? I think it's time you got protected and looked after yourselves. And it just so happens, in a coincidence, that we, your friends, have the deal for you.
We do have the deal for you. If you go down into the link in the description, our friends at Surfshark are offering you 83% off and 3 months free. So click that link, use the promo code GRAPPLE, and you will get that fantastic deal.
You will indeed, and we are your friends.
We are your friends, of course. And, you know, we're helping you. We're helping you out. You've got your virus protection. You've got your VPN. You know, you can go wherever you are, whether you're in Costa, you could be in some cafe, you could be anywhere, and you're using the public Wi-Fi. You've got your protection on your devices. You know, as we said before, you can watch OG. If you're in America, you can watch the OG network. You can pretend you're in Bognor Regis and watch the UK network.
You could pretend you're in Bognor. You could stay protected at places like the O2 Arena. You could stay protected at Wembley Stadium. All these sweet places that you would like to or are going to go and visit, stay protected with a Surfshark VPN. And we'd also like to thank Surfshark for sponsoring us and this video and
That's
show,
right.
despite the questionable ads that we put out.
Mate, we do a grand job. Domas loves us, bruv. What are you talking about?
Shout out Domas. Yeah, we try our best, man.
We get there in the end.
Yeah. Let's talk about Seth Rollins for a minute.
Let's talk about Seth, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about Seth.
That's the best one. Seth freaking Rollins. I think he's going to be so opposite to Roman's championship reign. He's going to be the fighting champion. He's going to be like Ric Flair, the traveling fighting champion that Roman isn't.
Oh yeah, Seth. Yeah, he will. You know,
it's going to be good.
But it's got the belt has got that big gold feel to it. You know, it's got the look. It's got the and Seth is on top of his game, bro. I mean, fuck me. Imagine we see a Seth versus Roman at some point.
I don't think they're going to put those titles together.
No.
I mean, they have done Survivor Series. They've done they've done it a couple of times, like champions from each show face each other.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a good spectacle, I would say. But you know, Seth has really earned that. And when we saw him at Clash at the Castle, you know, my man come out. He was looking like a phoenix from the flames. You know, he was dressed in fire.
Man's got the drip. Man's
got the drip every single time, dude. And he's created this atmosphere around him where he's a fucking top draw, dude. You know, and everything about him. You know, when even in Saudi Arabia, you could hear the crowd giving it the oh, you know, they're fucking loving it, dude. Anyone loves to get involved in that, you know, and it's great. I love him. He's really come into his own. He really has come into his own. It's great to see him with a strap. Great to see him, you know, hear him on the mic. Just he's a fucking draw, isn't he? Yeah.
And yeah, let's move into that qualifier.
Yeah.
For the Money in the Bank match, LA Knight.
That's right. Yeah.
How happy were you?
Oh, bruv, gassed. British gas. I was gassing. It's the guy's a draw as well. You know, I saw something online and it's like when you're getting the crowd to boo Matey Boy, how much you know, how much of a fucking star are you? How much are you over when you're able to get the crowd to do that?
And I think that's going to be a problem in London, you know, at the end of June, because he will be so far over that they will chant his name from minute one until he eventually comes out, and then they're probably going to hate it because he doesn't win.
I mean, come on, man. Why are you fucking ruining it for me already, man? At least let me dream, god damn it.
Logic.
Fuck you, JB.
I'm applying logic to this. I don't think they're going to go with LA Knight. I think they're going to go with someone else. I mean, we don't know the full participants yet.
No, not
yet. We'll
have
a better grasp of it when we do.
In a couple of weeks. Yeah.
So it'd be unwise to make a prediction. But
he's through.
He is.
He's through. My man.
I mean, it wouldn't be smart for us to try and make predictions now, despite how right we can be.
I mean, despite the fact that we are generally right some of the time. So, yeah, but LA Knight, fuck it, again, massively over, great talent, got the look, got the talk. He can do the stuff in the ring. Amazing. Yeah.
And it looks like we are pushing towards a Roman and Solo versus Jimmy and Jay match. I'm worried that they're not going to put it on Money in the Bank. They're going to push it to SummerSlam.
I mean, they could push it to SummerSlam, but I do think that they now know after Clash how hot the crowd is in the UK. And
well, yeah, that's why they're going to give us Roman in tag, I think.
Yeah, because we never saw Jay or Jimmy.
No.
In at Clash, we did see Solo and we did see Roman, but it was it's difficult to say. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they pushed it back a little bit, but to SummerSlam. But yeah, I mean, fucking hell, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
It would. It really would.
Do we know any other? We don't know really what's going on yet on the day, do we? We don't,
No, we haven't really
match wise.
No, we haven't got that far yet. I'm sure it will all, take shape in the next week or two.
Could we see Logan Paul? Is he injured still?
I doubt it. I think it's. I mean,
because KSI's English, they might go for the old local lad.
They can build anything in a week, can't they? But
they can.
I'm not sure. Like I said, you could see anything. Tyson Fury showed up at Clash at the Castle, so who knows what is happening and where. At this moment, we're just going to wait and see.
I'm quite excited because I've never been to a SmackDown either.
Have you not?
No.
Wow. Okay. I've been to some SmackDown, so yeah.
Yeah, I ain't never been to a SmackDown, so I'm quite excited for that. And I'll be honest.
We're popping Chris's cherry here.
You're popping my cherry, bro. You're smashing the life out of me, smashing my back doors in. So I said to my missus the other day, and I'm quite upset that they don't sell them. They only sold them for like a limited time. But I was looking at the Scissor Me Daddy Arse t-shirts, the pink ones.
Okay.
But they don't do the pink ones no more. It was like a limited time thing. I think it was like October last year. They were selling them for like a month or something. But I'm thinking, because you know me, bro, I always buy a t-shirt when I go there. And I'm probably going to buy an LA Knight one at Clash if they've got them. Which I'm assuming just says all over it.
Got to be quick. Those merch stands sell out fast.
They do in the UK. They sell out quick, dude. Because at Clash they were selling out. It was hand over fist, bro. Dude,
you couldn't get a program for Love Nor Money.
No, there was no programs. No, I mean I've got I'm looking right now. I've got my Clash at the Castle clear, plastic like rubber bag thing. It's amazing. Cardiff, Wales, and I've got my t-shirt, my Roman t-shirt. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited, dude. I'm excited for AEW as well, to be fair, because I want to see what they're going to do with that as well. And obviously, it's a big wrestling event in Wembley. We like the pageantry. We like the, hopefully the set's going to be nice. It's going to look good. Again, as we saw in Wales, we might even, hopefully see some wrestlers walking around the streets on the Friday night, Saturday during the day. I don't know what time's the Saturday show. Is it nighttime thing? Or is it?
Yeah, it's another evening thing because they got to squeeze in the Undertaker Dead Man show beforehand. So
correct, and we said that they were going to do that as well before they even announced it. We were right about that as well. I was saying, just saying.
Too easy that one.
It was, yeah. But it was very popular in Cardiff, wasn't it?
Very, yeah. It's very popular. Very expensive too. So
yeah, it was.
Good, happy travels and good luck to anyone that has, got a ticket and. They make you lock your phone away and all sorts, and with these dead man talks, whatever they are.
Yeah.
So the floor is yours, my man.
Bro, sad news, and it happened really quickly. We have lost Cos. We have lost the Iron Sheik. It was a bit of a shock, man. I fucking was a bit gutted when I heard about that because I've watched Sheiky Baby on, and recently they've just had that documentary about him as well, which was very enlightening. It was a look into the man. He's had some traumatic shit happen to him in his later years as well. He was highly addicted to fucking substances.
Mm.
You know, his daughter was murdered. You know, there's a lot of stuff. You know, the guy even his early years. You know, he was legitimately the fucking the bodyguard for the Shah of Iran or whatever. You know, and he escaped Iran basically because people were just getting fucking murdered willy-nilly by the regime, apparently, you know, and he just thought, I don't want this, I'm going to escape. When he only became a professional wrestler in his late 30s.
Yeah, that's mental.
You know, and the geezer was a fucking unit. You know, he was an absolute specimen of a wrestler. When you looked at him, you just thought, Jesus Christ, this guy. I remember the Sheik when I was growing up, and he was just, people hated him, bruv. People in America hated him. It was that kind of white hot heat. It was just unreal. It was just, you know, wow.
And then pass that torch on to he who shall not be named.
You know, the fucking he was more than that, though, wasn't he? He's remembered, but again, he was an integral part in the rise of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
he really was. You can make a baby face, you know, baby faces can be 10 a penny, but the real good heels, a baby face needs a good heel. You gotta have the bad guys. You can't build. I mean, we're talking about AEW. They don't really we don't do the big guys and bad guys. It's a story. The whole thing and why people give a fuck is because you want to see the bad guy get his ass handed to him. It was, you know, the Sheik was just legitimately a tough guy.
The fact that he was paid money, or offered money to shoot on Hogan as well.
Yeah.
Which he didn't take, and he didn't do. He chose not to. Like
by Vern Gagne, isn't it?
That's what he says. Yeah,
he says he was oh man, you know what I mean? I fucking love the Sheik, dude. Honestly, I think because of where he was from in the world, he's Persian, he's from Iran and that. My family's from Cyprus, you know what I mean? So I know I have that kind of affinity towards that kind of Middle Eastern peoples, man. I love it. And I really, even though he was a heel, even when I was growing up, I loved the Sheik. I thought he was great. I thought it was, you know, and I tagged you in a thing before we went online that when it was Mean Gene and the Sheik with the turkey match.
Yeah.
And they were doing like a promo, and it was like the outtakes of it. And he he opens the cage, yeah, and he grabs the turkey and goes, This no good turkey looks like the Hulk Hogan. Look at this turkey. And he just whacks it back in there, slams it, get back in there. You know what I mean? It's just without even meaning to do it, he was just, you were drawn to him because he was such a character. And we can look back with fond memories, but there were dark times with the Sheik where you know, there's a lot of stuff online which no doubt is going to be getting a lot of play now he's passed, because I saw that Sean Oliver and the kayfabe commentaries or whatever, they put up the U shoot, I think, with the Sheik yesterday or at midnight last night or something. So I've seen clips of it many times, but I don't think I've ever sat and actually watched it. You know, and there were times where he was heavily on drinking alcohol, you know, smoking crack, fucking smoking loads of weed, shoots with Honky Tonk and New Jack and the Sheik were insane, you know, where he's getting his ass out all the time, you know, and the times where he went on the Howard Stern show and he was saying how he's got a massive dick and all that.
10-inch dick, yeah.
He's fucking going. He's like, yeah, my dick's fucking this big. And he's like, yeah, let me have a look then. You know what I mean? You know, but it's still, it's funny. He was just a character, no matter what he was doing. But you know, people that know him properly, you know, just they loved him. You know what I mean? And he was, I'm sure he was a fucking nightmare at times. But you know, his family loved him, and you know, he's a human being, apart, you know, separated from the character that we all see. And this one got me a bit hard, bruv, the Sheik,
Yeah.
because I think that people like the Sheik that have been around for so long and just been, you know what used to be one of my guilty pleasures, bruv. Just going on Twitter and just looking and seeing the Sheik posting. Fuck that! It was just random people. It was
All
literally
caps,
just
yeah.
fuck the Zac Efron. You know, it's like just random shit. I'll fuck him in his ass, make him humble. You know, it was just that persona of the Sheik. You know, and there were people around him that helped him. That's all in the documentary as well. That helped him get like a second wind and get back out there and because I don't think he really knew how beloved he was by wrestling fans, because his career really wasn't that long. If you think about the time he was in the mainstream arena of wrestling, you know what I mean? This one got me a bit hard with the Sheik, so sorry to go on to so much about it, but he was one of the most memorable characters that I remember. And even when he wasn't wrestling, there's been a lot of ups and downs with him. And I've watched him and followed him for years as well. You know, through the crack years and through, him coming through that and doing better and doing all the conventions and everything. So he will be missed, man. He's a character that will be missed. I'll miss his Twitter. I'll miss his Twitter rants and that. So, rest in peace to the Iron Sheik, man. I thought it's not something I thought we'd be saying, because these people seem immortal, but the Iron Sheik as well, if I'm not wrong, was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Is he in the Hall of Fame?
He is, yeah.
2004 year, I believe,
that's right.
which for me was the best year because Bobby the Brain Heenan went in.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
I think you had Sergeant Slaughter, you had Superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah.
Going that year, you had the Iron Sheik. It was a fucking great year. The 2004 WWE Hall of Fame. And, it was, it's the Sheik, dude. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Everybody loves the Iron Sheik. So, again, sorry. But, yeah, thoughts going out to his family, his friends and all that at this time, because it's a sad day.
Let's wrap this up. Let's let people go and get a snack and do what they got to do. So whilst I talk about YouTube, you're going to put up the pod news.
Okay, let's do it, bro. Come on.
As you know, if you're watching this, then you're already well aware. Hit the subscribe button. Do what you got to do. It's free. You're just supporting us by hitting that button. You're not doing anything illegal or nefarious or weird. It's just showing some love. And we thank those of you that are already doing that. We are, always grateful. If you, however, prefer the voices over the faces, which baffles me, because look at us. Where can they find us, Chris?
Mate, as you beautifully said, we are now, if you're looking at us, you're watching us, we are on YouTube, Chat Grapple and Cheek Pops Podcast. We are on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook at Chat Grapple Pops. You can catch us on there for the bants and rants. But basically, if you prefer to listen, we are on the following podcast apps. We are on Amazon Music, Antenna Pod, Anytime Player, Apple Podcast, Bullhorn, Castomatic, Castbox, Castro, CurioCaster, Fountain, Good Pods, Google Podcasts, G Podder, iHeartRadio, Apple iTunes, Listen Notes, Luminary, Memento, Moon FM, Overcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbean, Podcast Addict, Podcast Index, Podcast Guru, Podcast Republic, Pod Chaser, Pod Friend, Pod Hero, Pod Knife, Pod Station, Podverse, Podvine, Radio Public, Sonnet, Spotify, Stenio FM, Stitcher, and you can get us on your RSS feed.
It feels like they put more in.
I swear they have, bro. Or maybe I just didn't take a breath that time.
I think you did. Yeah, you
know
got to take one now. Oh man, that was and for those that listen on Apple Podcasts, thank you so much. We did smash into the British charts, and we've been there for a few weeks now. We quite enjoy that. It's always a nice thing to see.
We've got Sports Key to one side, and who have we got on the other side?
It was Ryback. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here we are in the middle with them.
So
It's
it's great
so
stuff,
good.
man. We're in good company.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing. It makes it all worthwhile. We're seeing that shit go ahead.
Yeah.
We can't thank you guys enough. So for now, as you can hear, the band is playing us off as usual. I'm JB. Thank you so much for jumping in the DeLorean for a minute and hopping back. The man sitting next to me, of course, the greatest Chris in all of wrestling podcasts, not getting parred by geezers on Twitter.
No, absolutely not.
Mr. Chris Dredd, the Ras Prince of wrestling podcasts. If you haven't seen Photoshop, just check it out. Use your VPN. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. We will see you soon.